that changed my life. Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome back. So I decided to get rid of Webcam Wednesday. I still am going to be uploading on Wednesdays, still going to be chatting with you guys about the things you guys want to chat about. I'm not going to be filming it on my webcam. I just want to put more effort. I'm going to be like setting up my lights and getting out my camera and challenging myself. I feel like this year I stopped challenging myself. When we stop challenging ourselves and we get lazy with our passions, I just don't think it's the healthiest thing, you know, especially for the spirit. And I challenge you to challenge yourself. You know, I feel like I was taking the things that aren't meant to be taken seriously, and then the things that I should be taking seriously, I wasn't taking serious. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I've like communicated that well enough. I woke up at 5:45 this morning. I'm so proud of myself. I woke up, I took 15 minutes to like gather myself, and I was working out at 6 a.m. Like, I really have my shit together today. So I have decided to start out each video by drawing a card from my deck. Tarot deck, an oracle deck, and then I have these. This is like a law of attraction type deck. I've been wanting to like pull a card for you guys in my videos, and I just didn't know how to like present that. So I didn't want to get like super woo-woo on you, but I did want to change things up. I just thought it would be fun. You know, if the message resonates with you, beautiful. If it doesn't, life shall go on. Just kind of do it from here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the top card, and it says, inspired action is always pleasurable action. I love the artwork on some of these cards. So beautiful. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you. Ooh, that's a good one. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you, and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align with your source, your action will then always feel good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought is always pleasurable action. Every book I've read or audiobook I've listened to has changed me in some shape, way, or form. Didn't want to just show you one like genre, so I kind of have a little bit of a mix of my favorite books. So I also didn't want to overwhelm you and show you a whole bunch of books, so I just narrowed it down to 5. So the first one that I want to talk about, I don't actually have here with me because I gave it to a friend. I love giving books to friends. That is one thing in life that just brings me so much joy, is to give a book to a friend. The very first one is from an author, Deepak Chopra. I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm sorry. I'm going to put the book here. So this book explores what happens when we come alive to the powers of attention, intention, and synchronicity. Tune into the presence of miracles, and in an instant, life can be transformed into a dazzling experience, more wondrous and exciting than we could ever imagine. Ignore it, and an opportunity is gone. Yeah, this book, it's incredible, you guys. And I let my friend borrow it, and this is actually what she said.
That book you let me borrow is effing crazy. Haha. I'm like tripping out. I have to reread each page like 5 times before I can comprehend its insanity.
Next book is a book that I don't have with me. Now this book transformed my life in a way that I was able to leave a 10-year relationship. It's when I left my kid's father, and this book, it saved me. The most life-changing book of them all. This book is by Pema Chodron. The Places That Scare You. This book transformed me. When I was like 14 years old, I knew that something's going to happen when I turn 27, and I don't know what it is. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. I hit 27, and by the time I hit 27, I had forgotten about something was going to happen at 27. Throughout the years and throughout the kids, I got distracted from that idea. And so I hit 27 years old, and so much happened. My world was flipped upside down, and that book really was a huge part of that. I was going through a really, really dark time. I felt very stuck and very scared. During that time, I wrote this blog and I was like, there's one book you could recommend for me to read, what would it be? And he responded, The Places That Scare You, Pema Chodron. I bought it that night, came in the mail a couple days later. I read it within like 3 days. I could not put it down. And I know a lot of people, like, they tell themselves like, oh, I'm not a book reader, I can't pay attention, I can't. It's not you. You just need a book that sparks something within you. I could not put that book down. A week went by, I read it again. I read that book like 3 times in 1 month. And whew, yeah, it changed my life. So if you are in a dark place right now, or you know, you're going through it, if you feel stuck, if you feel scared, if you feel like you just don't know what to do, where to go, who to be, read that book. It is I get so excited for when I tell people about that book, because I just, you know, say a little prayer. I hope that they get it, and I hope that it changes, you know, has the positive impact as it did on me. So another book that I don't have here with me is Brené Brown. Brené Brown is one of my favorite authors as well. She has done so much for me and my vulnerability on the internet when I was getting my feelings hurt from mean comments, and I really let that alter who I was as a person. She really helped me tap back into my vulnerability. And again, I recommend any book from her. Every book I've ever read from her is incredible, but the one I'm going to include in this video, my top 5, is The Power of Vulnerability. In our culture, we associate vulnerability with emotions we want to avoid, such as fear, shame, uncertainty. Yet we often lose sight of the fact that vulnerability is also the birthplace of joy, belonging, creativity, authenticity, and love. Such a powerful book. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for that book, and I feel like I read it at such like the perfect timing. So yeah, if you are human, you need that book. Next is Eckhart Tolle, A New Earth, Awakening Your Life's Purpose. I read this book a couple of times. I really love this author. I read a few other books of his. This by far is my favorite. There are many subtle but easily overlooked forms of ego that you may observe in other people, and more important, in yourself. Remember, the moment you become aware of the ego in yourself, that emerging awareness is who you are beyond ego, the deeper I. The recognition of the false is already the arising of the real. This book is very helpful for the ego. If you have a big ego, I highly recommend this one. And next book is The Creative License, Giving Yourself Permission to Be the Artist You Truly Are. This is actually a book that I read recently, and it really did unlock a lot for me. So in my head all of the time, and when it comes to creativity, you just can't be that way. So this book has just really helped me. And this book is actually really fun. Like, it's a fun read. The pages are interesting. It's fun. Just really fun ways to challenge yourself. Lots of ideas for ideas to build upon ideas, you know. So if you're feeling stuck creative wise, or if you feel like you're not a creative person and you want to kind of tap into that, definitely a fun read. And what I love is that you have to take action. The content in this book is made for you to actually, you know, yeah, put your creativity into action. So I love that. Lots of inspiring things in here. And then the last book I want to share is a book, I'll be honest, I'm not done reading. It is a really big book. It's a big book for me. And this is Welcome to the Fifth Dimension. This is a book that I'm really excited to give my children when they're adults. You know, if they read it, great. If they don't, fine. But I want to put it into their existence, into their world. So a little background, I'll read the back of the book. Do you believe it is possible to choose joy, simplicity, and ease at every instant? To no longer work hard on yourself? What if, in order to access the higher dimensions, rather than continuously working at eliminating your darkness, healing your inner wounds, you only had to recognize the wonderful being that you already are? Everything is already here within you. All you have to do is say yes. So it basically just really helps you explore the 5 dimensions of your being. If you're intrigued by chakras and if you're into activating chakras and gain access to your multi-dimensional wisdom, then that is probably the book for you. Again, I'm not completely done with it, but I'm halfway in and I'm just like, it's one of those books, it's really hard to put down and it gets you thinking, and it's a really beautiful book. So those are the books that had a huge impact and changed my life. If you check any of them out, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It shows me that you care, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Until next time.